This one's having trouble. It's a lacewing, it's a girl. Let's get her out. Welcome to the world, little girl. Hope mommy takes care of you. Beautiful lacewing. Let's put her back with mom. Hello, greetings everybody. Today's been a good and a bad morning so far. So we saw a beautiful new lacewing hatched. I had to help her. She was stuck in the egg. And unfortunately we lost one baby. It was one of the lacewings. She died. It wasn't the oldest one, thank goodness, because I've already gotten attached to that one. As you hear, that's the new baby's peeping in there. I hope it's okay. I hate to do this, but because they're so young, it's going to be a lot of work for me, but I'm going to pull the two oldest one. What happened was that that baby had air in its crop, and I guess the mom thought it had been fed, and she didn't feed it. And either that, or she's been a very dirty mom, and she keeps throwing out the shavings. I keep putting them in, and it's a bit of a mess in the nest box, so just too much for her first time, I think. And I'm gonna pull the two oldest and hand feed them myself, so I got to set up, and I'm gonna talk about some of the problems I've had this morning that I had to deal with. Okay, so I got everybody set up. This is kind of a temporary system because I didn't have all the supplies I need. This was an emergency. I gotta get better shavings, but I made this makeshift little brooder. I've got the two oldest babies in there. They're actually well fed. I just don't trust the parents anymore. I have noticed that Blue Brother, the dad, just wasn't feeding everybody the way he's supposed to. It's the male's job to eat the food and then feed the female, and sometimes even feed the babies, and then she's supposed to feed the babies. And I haven't really heard eating noises coming from them, and I just wonder if the two oldest were getting all the food. So it's the third one that died, but her crop was full of air, so it's possible that the mom thought it was full, because the fourth baby, it had food in its crop last I just checked when I pulled these guys. And the youngest, well, I'm very worried about that one I just helped hatch, because for me to pull a one-day-old baby and feed it myself is extremely difficult. Keeping it warm and at the right humidity is not too hard, but the hardest thing is the feeding, and it takes, even though the food type is the same, it has to be much runnier and thinner consistency based on age than the older babies, and they eat a lot more. You have to feed them at least once an hour round the clock. I don't want to do that. And I've tried it before, and I've never had success with a one-day-old or anything less than a week. The ideal situation is to pull the babies at 3 weeks. Sometimes you can do it at 2. And I've done 2-week-old babies, and it's not fun. Also, I didn't have my... This is the thermometer I had. It's a cooking thermometer, but the battery was dead. Yeah, this is the battery that it came with. It says it's an L1154F. I went to Walmart today, and they had one that looked a lot like it, but the number was different, so I didn't buy it. Instead, I bought another thermometer for measuring the food. And of course, I already thought, if worse comes to worse, I can do it the old-fashioned way by putting it on, you know, the bottom of my wrist there and testing it, but I'd rather have accurate numbers. So we've got 83 degrees in there and 50% humidity. It's not bad. I'd like to get it to 90 and maybe 60%. I may put some kind of little wet napkin in there to up the humidity. And these guys will probably eat and 5 to 6 times a day. That's not so bad. At least they'll sleep at night. But I am very worried about that newest one, especially since it's a lacewing. I do not want to lose any more lacewings. Okay, so you guys will be seeing videos of me hand feeding these guys. And I was gonna do a series of, you know, see how they grow and show the progress of each one every day, but I don't think I'm gonna do that now, being that I've got so much to do feeding these little guys and keeping them warm. The oldest one is a week old now, 8 days I think, so he's pretty much in the clear for hand feeding. Okay, that is the update for now. Des signing off.